You just saw a video of me working Diamond here just a couple of days ago. I've only worked her like twice in between. This is pretty close together. And what I want her to do is get her moving her feet on the lunge line. And the general idea is to make lunging hard and riding easy. And I think I'm making some progress. Let's change directions. I know all this is in her under saddle. Got to get her feet moving. She doesn't want to move her feet under saddle when I'm riding. She obviously doesn't want to move her feet lunging either. And it's all a matter of don't want to. There's nothing wrong with this mare. She's been vet checked. Every time I post a video of her, I get a bunch of comments about getting her vet checked. She's been vet checked. There's nothing wrong with her physically. And then I get more comments. Well, get another vet to look at her. Like they know more than what the vet knows that looked at her. Nothing wrong with this horse physically. This is all mental. And this is actually not uncommon. This is pretty common for horses that I get in because they've been allowed to do what they want to do. And some horses that are lazy, they develop this, I don't want to work. And what happens, they'll do something and then the rider stops, gets off, whatever, and the horse learns, well, hey, all I got to do is this thing, and the rider will stop. He'll get off. I don't have to work. And I think that's exactly what happened to this horse. Her story is she was ridden a good bit as a younger horse, and then got put out and not ridden a lot lately. And I believe that the reason she got put out and quit riding her is because this had developed already. And instead of fixing it, they just put her out in pasture. You have horses like high-strung horses like Arabians and thoroughbreds, and see a lot of people posting and asking questions about help with those. This is the same thing but the opposite end. This is horses that don't want to go. Everybody assumes that a horse wants to go do stuff. Not all horses do. Some horses are lazier, some are not. One thing an Arabian and thoroughbred is typically not lazy. Some horses are. And if you have a horse that you walk, trot, lope on, and then all of a sudden he's like, well, I don't want to lope, and you don't make him, well, then you're going to end up with a horse that all you can do is walk, trot. Then it's going to get worse. The horse is going to say, well, I don't really want to trot anymore. If you don't push him through it, all you're going to do is walk. And then you take that a whole nother step, which is where this horse is. You don't make the horse do anything. You don't make the horse walk. When it does walk, throws a little temper tantrum, and you don't make it work through it, you end up with this horse that don't want to do anything. You saw her kind of bow up and buck a little bit in the beginning. That's her little temper tantrum, I don't want to go. You saw how bound up she looked in the beginning. She looked like something was wrong with her physically. But now you compare that to how she's moving, it's obvious there's nothing wrong with this horse physically. This horse is moving out nice, using his legs nice, using his back nice, picking his front end up, sweeping around nice. It's obvious there's nothing physically wrong with this horse. This horse's problems in his mind just don't want to work. So now, did a little lunging, made it work a little harder. Now I'm going to get on, and we're going to see if she'll let me reward her and not work her too hard. Basic, right thing easy, wrong thing hard. Right thing is me riding. That's going to be easy. Wrong thing is not moving forward. So lunge and make it hard. I typically don't like to lunge before I get on, but this is not a case of lunging and working the horse down before you get on. That's what you don't want to get in that position where you're always lunging the horse down before you get on. This is a situation of lunging to get her mind in the right place so that when I get on, it's more productive. I put my good show saddle on her because my other saddle is on another horse in the barn, the one I normally ride her in. So you better not do nothing too bad and make me put spur marks on the saddle. Okay. Move the step over here a little bit better. Maybe I think if I stay over here, the light will be better. So the last video I talked about, it was important to work her riding walk where I just lunged her, because I don't want her to associate the place with work and not work. I want her to associate lunging and riding with work or no work, hard work or easy work. So I want to ride her in the same place where I lunged her. I liked it. She's standing, so she wasn't standing for me to get on. She was giving me a problem with that. And if you remember, I have talked about horses that don't want to stand at the mounting block are not mounting block issues. They're riding issues. And when she didn't want to stand at the mounting block for me to get on, it wasn't a mounting block issue, it was a riding issue. Now let's see if we can circle back to the right. I've done more walking to the left than I had to the right. Let's see if we can balance that out. Go forward. Go forward. Let's get back where we were lunging and walk some circles here. Right circles. In the last video you saw, all we did was left circles. And I talked about that typically everything you work one direction, you also work the other direction. But because it's forward that I was working on, not necessarily lateral stuff, when she started going forward, now she's kind of pushing through my hands. When she started going forward, I rewarded, I stopped. And that was just working left. We'll work a little bit more right to balance that out. Now, a lot of horses, when they're started, if they don't have much go, you can't really teach them to stop, because as soon as you quit kicking, they stop. And now I'm feeling with her, let's keep going, there we go. She's wanting to kind of push through my hands, and I just asked her to stop, and she don't have a very good whoa. Very common that horses that don't go don't have a very good stop, because the horse has to go to teach a stop. Now I can't start too much right here teaching the stop, because if I start doing a lot of stopping, I'm going to lose my go. So it's a balance I have to have right here. Working a little bit of whoa along with go. Good mixture. I'm getting a pretty decent walk here. Like what I'm getting. Let's keep going. She started thinking about stopping. I bounced my legs just a little bit. I have spurs on, but I haven't used them. I just using my calf. She's kind of falling in a little bit. So I need to be working bend, counter bend with her to get her shoulders up, move her body laterally. But again, I have to have go. You have to have go to teach all that body control. So I start putting spur on her. She's going to start kind of fussing about it, get right there, I'll just put a little right leg on her. She's going to start fussing about it, I'm going to lose my go. So I'm not going to be able to work that body control just yet until I get a little bit better go. What I will do is kind of square up my circle a little bit, turn, go straight, turn, go straight, and that will help me with that right shoulder that's wanting to fall in. All that is just weakness, sloppiness, laziness, not holding her shoulders up, not holding her body up, and going forward correctly. Well, let's go. If you watched that last video, you noticed that she kept stopping in the same place right there. That's the second time she stopped there. That's the kind of thing you need to take note of with any horse. If you're riding any horse and you stop someplace and let that horse rest, good chance the next time you come around to that place, that horse is going to want to stop and rest there again. That's why you don't stop by the gate, because you create a gate issue. The horse wants to go to the gate. Very typical, very common. Let's go straight a little bit. Now we're going to turn. I get a little bit of bend right there. That's helping me shape her body, get the right shoulder up. So that's why you don't always stop at the gate. You create a horse that wants to stop at the gate. A horse that's lazy like her, if she gets away stopping someplace, then next time she comes to that place, see right there, third time she tried to stop there. Next time they come around to that place, they're going to try to stop again. So just, I'll be ready and ask her to go. A little bit of right leg, there we go. That time I put right leg on her and she went on forward. She didn't bow up and stop, because in the past, like I said a minute ago, when I try to bend her body around, she kind of bows up, pushes against my leg, gets stiff. That time I put a little right leg on, she kept going. That's progress. That's the progress we want to see. It's slow with her. Keep going. And anytime you're redoing something with a horse, fixing something with a horse, it always takes way longer than training a horse from the beginning. It takes a lot longer to fix bad habits than it does to just create new habits in the beginning. And that's what we're doing here, is fixing her bad habits. And that's just going to take longer. And I can't force that. I can't kick harder, do things to force it, because then she's just going to bow up and fight with me more. I have to do things to convince her that she wants to do what I'm asking her to do. Leo was just over there by the camera causing problems. He what? He bit your leg. Yeah, that's Leo. You see Leo in a lot of videos. Think, oh, the cute cat. He usually comes out and poops on the video. He's mean. He'll come up to you and act nice so that you'll pet him, and then he'll bite you. So that's Leo. We had June, the dog, out here yesterday. And June's a miniature Australian Shepherd. But she is the least country Australian Shepherd you'd ever see. She likes air conditioning. She don't like to be hot. If the door's open, she'll go sit in the air conditioning in there. If she's pushing cows, she likes to do it from the seat in the side-by-side. She is definitely a city dog. Well, yesterday, she was laying in the barn aisle, and Leo come up and started chewing on her ear. And she didn't do nothing about it. Leo was picked on her so much that she don't even do nothing about it. Once in a while, she'll chase him, and I think she chases him to sucker her in. Well, they're both girls. Well, Leo's a boy. June will chase Leo like dogs and cats normally do, but I think Leo does it intentionally just to tease June. And then when June gets close, Leo whoops her butt. So she don't even bother the cat no more. Okay, so you've seen me walk quite a few circles. I did several circles there, and she didn't want to stop. She didn't try to stop over there. So I'm going to stop over here. See, I don't have much stop it. Something's going to be worked on. I didn't stop over there because that's where she wanted to stop. I stopped over here. And I'm going to stop now. It's one of those situations you have to know when to stop, because many horses, this would just be warmed up good. You would need to go do something else. But with her, because of what I'm trying to teach her mind, I need to stop now. I need to reward her. Remember, right thing easy, wrong thing hard. The wrong thing is not moving, that's lunging. Right thing is in the saddle walking. I got to make the right thing easy. If I start doing too much, too quick, and this becomes too hard, then the wrong thing, the lunging, isn't going to work anymore. Now, as she gets better fit, then I can do more up here, because it won't feel like as much work, because she'll be better fit. Have to be smart about what's done with her, because it'd be really easy to be right back where we started. So if you want to see the playlist on YouTube of all our other videos, I'll put a link somewhere here. Until next time, thank you for watching.